Hey, IDS 410 problem solvers, welcome to Fun with Formatting. Um, all right, fine, that's a bit of a reach, right? But I wanted to post this extra video so that we can all be on the same page when it comes to formatting expectations, okay? Let's see. I had my other glasses that I normally wear, my other Ray-Bans, they were an arm snapped this week, so I'm waiting for parts from Ray-Ban. And in the meantime, I've pulled out a backup pair, of course. It's going to do the best I can. Anyhow, okay, so what are we going to look for? Now, if you're looking at the announcement, you can see and follow along and go from there. Let's see, get to my announcement. Of course, it turns out I'm ready to do the video, and I got phone calls, texts, everything. I had to stop it once already. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's just start with all the basics I'll expect. Number one, all papers to be submitted in Word, okay? No PDFs, just do your Word. That's pretty simple. You can do a cover page for your papers. I used to be a stickler about I don't want a cover page, but go ahead. If you're used to doing cover pages, go ahead. If you want to do a running header, you know what that is, right? Do a running head, and that'll carry your name into every page, right? And so I need your name at minimum. I know it's in the submission thing, but put your name on your paper. Okay, it's your work. You should be proud to have your name on it, right? Okay, all papers should be in Times New Roman 12-point font only. That's the only thing you should have all the way through. Sure, you could sometimes do a bigger font, but everything should be Times New Roman, okay? And in the paper, 12-point font, okay? You can use subheadings, and you can bold those. That's fine. Bold your subheadings if you want. Subheadings, I like them to be left justified, not in the center. It just breaks it up too much. Paragraph indents, let's get used to using those as you're writing a paper. So just hit tab once and it'll take you in for the paragraph indent, okay? Now we get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, when you use sources, you will use in-text citations wherever you are either using a direct quote from that source or paraphrasing from that source. Both usages like that require that source to be cited in text, okay? Just because you didn't use a quote, but you used information and you think you should put it in a reference list, that's not enough. In-text citation, okay? So, now I'm also linking the Sheridan Library APA Formatting Style Guide, which I did put in some of your comments, but I wanted to make sure I got it right and send it to you. So, for example, okay, I want to show you something here. If I can find it, I'm using the sample paper that I posted, and I don't know why everything happens to be a doggone. Okay, that's good enough. All right, let me see if I can do this. This is going to be, I don't know that I can turn it around, so I'm going to have to kind of wing it here. Let's see. In this, you should see Cho 2020 somewhere here. I can't tell where it is. And you'll notice that, yeah, is that it right there? I think that's it right here. Okay. There it is. So you'll notice in-text citations end sentences, they end quotes. They don't start the next one, okay? And when I say start the next one, you'd probably say, of course, I'm not going to start a sentence with a text citation. However, you are if you're intending it to be for the previous, but you put your punctuation in already. So before you put that period down, you put the citation in there, the parentheses. You put that after quotation marks. If you're doing a quote, close quote, then the citation, then the punctuation, okay? Close quotes, so your open quote, your quote, close quote, then you put your citation, then you put your punctuation, if that's a period, exclamation, question, whatever, right? Okay, the in-text citation in the text should be last name of the author, comma, last name of the author, comma, and the year of publication. That's it. That's all we need. If it's multiple authors, you do, let's say it's Smith and Jones. Instead of the word and, you do an ampersand, right? That's the thing above the 7, all right? So that's how you do multiple, all right? If it's more than 2 authors, then you do last name, comma, last name, ampersand. If it's more than that, you just do the first last name, comma, et al., okay? But if we get to that point, you probably know what you're doing, right? Okay, so that's in-text citations, right? I have some examples listed here, but you can also look at where I link it to the Sheridan Library Guide again. Now, all in-text citations must have a corresponding entry in the reference list, okay? So it's always in-text citation, reference list, in-text citation. Now, there could be more than one in-text citation by Smith, but only one entry because it comes from the same publication. That's fine. If Smith did multiple publications, you need to reference specifically which ones it is, okay? But that's starting to get down into the nitty-gritty, and I just want you to make sure you have in-text citations all listed in reference list, okay? Now, the reference list, it should be called just that, reference list, right? It begins at the top of the first blank page after the content, okay? That is an important thing. It doesn't start at a random place. Let's take another look if I can here, okay? All right, so there's the end of the page, end of the paper, right? That's the end of his paper, right? Notice he didn't put the reference list here. He put it here. Now, he put references. I don't mind. It's fine, okay? See that? See how it starts top of the page? It's called references, and it's alphabetical order. Notice, alphabetical, all right? And hanging paragraphs. That means the first line is to the left margin, and then following lines are indented, okay? There are no extra line spaces between entries. Notice that. It's all double line spaced as the whole page should be, okay? That's how it should look. Links are hot, meaning that when he posted that link, he hit enter and that hot links it, okay? That's an important thing as well. It's a very good looking paper here. So look at the sample. I did put it in the first announcement, so you'll see it there. You can look at that as an example. I'm sorry, I'm always got a yawn. So what is it, 4 o'clock almost? Yeah. So that is how we do that reference list or references. I'm going to put that. Reference list should be called that or just references. Okay. Either way. Okay. There's more examples in the style guide again, but you can find, you can Google. Now, how to do a hanging paragraph? Well, you put that whole citation, the reference in there, and if you were to highlight the reference, say it's 3 lines, you highlight all 3 lines, right click, you'll see an option for paragraph, okay? It'll be on your right click option in Word, it'll say paragraph. Click on that, it'll drop down menu, will show up, a block with a drop down menu, click hanging, and then the whole thing will be a hanging paragraph. It's a beautiful thing. You can look up Google to find out how to do it, but I think you all have done it before, right? You're mostly all kind of seniors, right? So do that. And let's see. So page numbers are optional until the final paper. Then I'd like to see them. But I'm doing something quirky here. I'm not making a table of contents required at the final paper. Page numbers are nice. It helps me to reference what I'm looking at. Table of contents can be a pain because some students do it, and on the right side where the pages are, it looks like a snake because it's hard to get it all even. If you know how to do it and can do it, more power to you. I'd love to see it, okay? So we're about 10 minutes in here. Can't think of anything else right now, but I really want you to know because that's what I'm going to be expecting. If you have questions, let me know, all right? don't spin your wheels. Okay, I looking forward to get into your module 2 papers next week. But anyone who hasn't turned it in yet has a good chance. And if you already turned yours in and want to go back and relook at your formatting, feel free. I'm only going to score the last one you submit. Okay, and it's Friday. I'm going to get this out right away. So yeah, contact me if you have any problems. All right. I hope you have a great weekend. Peace.